This is what our new topic is, transportation in plants. So if we say absorption by roots, so what is being absorbed by the roots? Water and minerals. What is the need of water to be absorbed? So photosynthesis, the very first need is photosynthesis. The water is the raw material for photosynthesis. As you know, all of you know what is photosynthesis. During photosynthesis, plant prepare glucose by using carbon dioxide water in the presence of sunlight and minerals. Then transpiration, transportation, transportation. Whatever glucose and other things are produced in the plant body, they are transported in the dissolved state with water. And mechanical stiffness. Plant cell obtain turgidity when they absorb water, and this turgidity, cell to cell turgidity, provide plant its mechanical stiffness. Some are saying that my voice is low. My voice is low. Gunjan and Disha, please check at your end, because others are saying that my voice is clear. Okay. Now, need of mineral for plants. So what is the need of mineral for plants? Plants, as I told you, photosynthesis also requires certain minerals, and minerals are the constituent of the cells, and also they are the raw material for the synthesis of many macronutrients. See, those who think that my voice is low or not clear, please check at your end, because maximum of you, out of 80 people, maximum are replying that my voice is clear. So 2 3 are saying that my voice is not clear, so please check your headpiece and your network connectivity. Understand? So these are the needs of plant for water and minerals. Now, why roots only absorb water? Why can't leaf absorb water? Why can't stem absorb water? So there are certain adaptation. Divya Chaudhary, is it a platform to ask people ki khana kha liya? Are you serious? If you don't want to pay attention in your biology class, kindly leave. Kindly leave. So why only roots absorb water? So there are certain adaptation in the roots which make them a suitable process, a suitable place where the water could be absorbed. So they have a huge surface area. As you can see that this is a root here. This is a root of germinating seed, and it is covered with many tiny root hairs. So these root hairs are actually they are present to increase the surface area of root, so that larger surface area of root can come in the contact with the soil and water could be absorbed in the larger amount. Then second, concentrated cell sap of root hair cell. So cell sap of root hair cell, the fluid which is filled in the root hair cell is concentrated than the surrounding soil water. So that's why water from the soil enters in the root hair cell without using any energy, with the help of a passive process, that is osmosis. What is osmosis? We will discuss a little later. Then root hair cells have very thin wall. So since they have very thin wall, it does not create any hindrance in the absorption of water. So this diagram clears all the 3 points how the water is absorbed by the root. So this is surrounding soil water, and this is one root cell. So as you can see, say that this root here is an outgrowth which is present in the epidermal cell of the root, and it is in the direct contact with the soil water and soil particle. This cell sap, which is shown with blue color, it is very concentrated, so water easily enters from soil to root hair. From root hairs or epidermis of root, this water then transferred to the cortex of root, and from cortex it is transferred to the xylem vessel so that it can move upward toward the stem. Okay, clear this diagram, everyone? Any problem? Now, how the absorption and conduction of water and mineral take place? There are few processes. Okay, imbibition, diffusion, osmosis, and active transport. So these four processes are mainly responsible for conduction of water and mineral in the plant. Imbibition is uh, imbibition is surface attraction. When a dead cell attract water by the surface attraction, since cell walls are made up of cellulose, and cellulose is a hydrophilic substance, the substance which used to attract the water. So all the dead cells of plant used to attract water through simple surface attraction. So this process is known as imbibition, and one example of imbibition is your wooden doors. They got swell during rainy season. So why they got swell during rainy season? Because wooden doors are made up of dead wood, which majorly consist of cellulose, which is a hydrophilic substance. So due to surface attraction, they absorb water. What is the meaning of cortex? Cortex are the cells. Cortex is the area of parenchymatous cells inside the root. Then what is diffusion? So this diagram explains diffusion to a great extent. Suppose this beaker is full of water and you drop some dye molecule inside it. So first of all, dye molecules are in greater concentration here, but little later they start diffusing throughout the beaker and they come at a stage of equilibrium. So what is diffusion? Diffusion is the movement of molecules from their higher concentration to their lower concentration. The dye molecules are higher in concentration here and they are lower uh, uh, all other all other sides of beaker. So slowly they start diffusing from their higher concentration to lower concentration, and ultimately they come at a equilibrium state, and then entire water turns to the color of dye. So this is what we call diffusion. What is osmosis? So look at this diagram very clearly. So you can see this beaker is divided into two parts through a semi-permeable membrane. This is selectively permeable or semi-permeable membrane. A semi-permeable membrane is that membrane which allow only the solvent molecule to pass through it and not the solute molecules. So one side of this beaker is filled with water where sugar concentration is low and water concentration is high. And the other side is made up of, uh, it is filled of water, sugar solution. Rather you can call it sugar solution. So here the sugar concentration is high and water concentration is low. So osmosis is the process of movement of water molecules from higher from their higher concentration of water, not the higher concentration of solution. Okay, so from their higher concentration to their lower concentration. Water molecules are higher in concentration here in this part of this beaker, and they are in low concentration here in this part of beaker. And this beaker is separated through a selectively permeable membrane. So osmosis is the process of movement of water molecules from low solute concentrated solution to high solute concentrated uh, solution. Understand what is osmosis? Yes, Kanika, you can rejoin. Ashita, you said no. What is your confusion? See, Ashita, osmosis is the process of movement of water molecules or solvent molecules from their high concentration to their lower concentration through a selectively or semi-permeable membrane. Okay, water is in higher concentration here in this part of the beaker, and it is in lower concentration here in this part of beaker. Okay, and both the part of beaker are separated through a selectively permeable membrane. So water molecules start moving from this part to this part, and this is what we call osmosis. Got it, Ashita? So what is the difference between diffusion and osmosis? The very first thing, diffusion is the movement of solute molecules. Solute molecules. With this diagram, we have seen that dye molecules start diffusing in the water. Osmosis is a movement of solvent molecules. Here, water moves, not the solute moves, not the sugar moves. Okay. Then here in diffusion, solute molecule move from high to low concentration. Here the solute is in high concentration, it move down to the other places to where their concentration is low. Here solvent molecules move from low to high solute concentration. Either you can say high concentration of water to low concentration of water, or you can say low concentration of solute to high concentration of solute. Don't get confused. See, when solute concentration is more, then water concentration is less. When water concentration is more, then solute concentration is less. You can see here. As you can see in this beaker, you can see water molecules are more, blue color molecules are water molecules, and red color molecules are solute molecules. So in this part A, water molecules are more and solute molecules are less. So obviously what we say, we will say that this solution has low solute concentration or high water concentration, right? And here in this part, water is less and solute are more. So this we can say that this part of solution has high solute concentration or less water. Okay, so one easy definition of osmosis, is movement of water or solvent molecule from a diluted solution to a concentrated solution through a semi-permeable membrane. Ashita, you don't understand solute molecule. Okay. See, Ashita, suppose I have sugar syrup in one glass. Okay. Sugar syrup is consist of water and sugar, right? Water is the solvent who used to dissolve sugar molecules. So here sugar play the role of solute molecules and water play the role of solvent, and solute plus solvent makes a solution. Understand, Ashita? Okay. So any confusion up to here? Diffusion versus osmosis? Rudransh is saying, ma'am, in osmosis process in first beaker, low and high concentration. Rudransh, see, don't get confused by low concentration or high concentration. Since here we are talking about two concentration. First, we are talking about the solute concentration, and second, we are talking about the water concentration. You just understand कि कोई भी चीज जहाँ से ज्यादा होती है वो अपनी ज्यादा से कम की तरफ जब मूव करती है तो वो ऑस्मोसिस होता है और वही डिफ्यूजन होता है. देखो, व्हेन वी टॉक अबाउट द डिफ्यूजन, ठीक है, तो डिफ्यूजन में हम सॉल्यूट की बात कर रहे हैं, तो सॉल्यूट यहाँ पर ज्यादा है, यहाँ पे ज्यादा से कम की तरफ मूव कर रहा है ये, ठीक है. लेकिन जब हम ऑस्मोसिस की बात करते हैं तो हम सॉल्वेंट की बात करते हैं, ना कि सॉल्यूट की बात करते हैं, ठीक है. तो यहाँ सॉल्वेंट क्या है? वाटर है. तो अभी हम मूवमेंट भी वाटर की देखेंगे और कॉन्सेंट्रेशन भी वाटर की देखेंगे कि यहाँ वाटर ज्यादा है, यहाँ वाटर कम है, इसीलिए वाटर यहाँ से यहाँ तक की तरफ मूव करेगा. समझ में आया रुद्रांश? हम सॉल्यूट की जब बात करते हैं, जब हम डिफ्यूजन की बात करते हैं, जब हम सॉल्वेंट की बात करते हैं, जब हम ऑस्मोसिस की बात करते हैं, तो कंसंट्रेशन भी हम उसी चीज की देखते हैं जिस जिस चीज की हम बात कर रहे हैं. सॉल्यूट की बात कर रहे हैं तो सॉल्यूट कंसंट्रेशन देखेंगे, सॉल्वेंट की बात कर रहे हैं तो सॉल्वेंट कंसंट्रेशन देखेंगे. इसीलिए मैंने बताया कि वन इजी डेफिनेशन ऑफ ऑस्मोसिस इज ट्रांसफर ऑफ water molecules from a diluted solution. Diluted solution वो solution होता है जिसमें water ज्यादा होता है. So transfer of water molecule from a diluted solution to a concentrated solution. तो concentrated solution वो होता है जिसमें solute ज्यादा होता है, water कम होता है, और diluted solution वो होता है जिसमें water ज्यादा होता है और solute कम होता है. समझ में आया? And obviously through a semi permeable membrane, क्योंकि जब तक semi permeable membrane, when the two are not in direct contact, they are separated through a semi permeable membrane. So in diffusion both the substance are in direct contact, but in osmosis both the solution are not in direct contact, rather they are separated through a semi permeable membrane. Understood everybody? Diffusion versus osmosis. Anybody, any confusion? If any confusion is there, then just ask. Now tonicity. Tonicity, when we see the relative concentration of solution, when we compare two solution, that term is known as tonicity. The higher concentrated solution is known as hypertonic solution. The lower concentrated solution is known as hypotonic solution. I give you one example. Okay, this is the example of red blood cell. Okay, when this red blood cell is put in hypertonic solution, hypertonic solution is the solution whose concentration, whose solute concentration is greater than the concentration inside the red blood cell. That means water is more inside the red blood cell and less in the outer solution. So since water is less inside the RBC and water is more inside the RBC and less in the outside solution, so this water will start moving outside, because what is osmosis? Osmosis is the movement of water molecule from its higher concentration to its low concentration. And when a RBC is kept in a hypertonic solution, water is more inside it and less outside. Okay, so in this case, the RBC will shrink. Why it will shrink? Because entire water content will leave RBC and come out in the hypertonic solution. Then hypotonic solution. Hypotonic solution is that solution when water is more outside and less inside, when RBC is kept in pure water. So when it is kept in pure water, obviously water concentration is more outside and less inside. So in that case, water will start moving inside. Why you people are raising hand? Do you have any confusion? If yes, then please write your confusion. So in hypotonic solution, water is more in the solution and less inside the RBC. So when a RBC, I will tell you what is net movement. Don't worry. When a RBC is kept in pure water, water start moving inside, and in that case, RBC will swell. Okay. Then isotonic solution. Iso means equal. When water solution outside the RBC, RBC is kept in such a solution whose concentration is equal to the concentration of RBC's cell sap, then some water will go outside of RBC, some water will go inside of RBC. So the net movement is zero because जितना water बाहर निकला उतना ही water वापस अंदर चला गया. So the net movement will be zero. Okay, so in that case RBC will remain in its normal shape. Understood? Understood all three kind of solution: hypertonic, isotonic and hypotonic. Hyper, whose concentration is more than the cell sap. Hypo, whose concentration is less than the cell sap. Iso, whose concentration is equal to the cell sap. Got it? Got it everyone? Okay, so this experiment explain the osmosis to you people more clearly. So this experiment is set like this. We take a thistle funnel. That thistle funnel at one end is tied by a semi-permeable membrane. In the thistle funnel, sugar solution is filled and outside the beaker contain pure water. Okay, now this is the starting level of solution in the thistle funnel. Now this apparatus kept for some time, maybe 3 to 4 hours. After 3 to 4 hours, you will notice that the level of thistle funnel sugar solution will increase. Why there is increase in the level of thistle funnel sugar solution? Because solution inside the thistle funnel is a concentrated solution and outside water is there. So water will move from its higher to lower concentration through the semi-permeable membrane. This is what we call osmosis. So water will start moving inside the thistle funnel and the level of water rise in the thistle funnel. Understood everyone? Now everyone understood how the movement of water take place? Understood everyone how the movement of water take place? So we will discuss up to here only today. You see all the slides once more and tell me if you have any confusion in any slide. Is this slide clear to you people?